Hello people of YouTube, how are you today? It's me, Abby, or should I say, hello sisters, because I think you can tell by the title of this video that I'm going to be doing a review on the James Charles palette. And wait, before you say anything, I know I don't have base makeup on, but I've played with the palette already. I got this palette last Tuesday, and it's Saturday right now, a couple days after Thanksgiving, and I absolutely, positively love this palette already. I'm going to do a full-on review and swatch for this. I just want to start off by saying that it came in a really cute packaging. Do not mind it. I kind of crinkled it up a little bit. I love James Charles's look on here. We've all seen it by now. He explained the back of it, which I'll read to you. Hi sisters, James Charles here, and welcome back to my palette. I love glam, but I also have a huge passion for crazy, colorful, outside of the box makeup, and I created this palette with that in mind. I included every beautifully formulated shade necessary to create literally any look you could possibly imagine. I can't wait to see what you come up with when you unleash your inner artist, James Charles. And the cool thing about this palette is that he explained that it's not all eyeshadows in this palette. A lot of it is pressed pigments, which is exactly what it is. It's just pure pigment pressed together, and I kind of learned out kind of like the hard way what he was meaning when he said you should use a base for this. I'm going to explain that right now. First, starting off, it is a beautiful, colorful eyeshadow palette with the names on this cute little plastic thing, and it's one of those big pans, and it's like almost the exact palette to the Dare to Create 39A palette from Morphe, which I also have, which I have used a lot. In fact, this palette means a lot to me because I did my prom makeup with this palette, and it's just I saw it and I got it for Christmas, and it was just one of those palettes that it holds a little special place in my heart because it's like one of my favorites. You can see it's a little beat up from using it for so many years. There's so many like handprints on it, so I was really excited to be getting this palette from to buy this palette from James, and the fact that it sold out so crazy was amazing. It was a lot to deal with. I wanted it so bad. I literally, at the time when he said he was when he was releasing this palette, I was like, oh my god, I need these colors in my life. I want this exact palette. Every color in it is something that I need or I want it, especially this green. And I'll explain this in a second, trust me. But like when I wanted to get it, I didn't have any money at the time. Like I still don't have money. But in order to just get $40, I was babysitting, I did some chores, and I did a lot of shit just to get $40 to get this palette. Even used like the rest of my birthday money, which was not a lot at the time. And it's just one of those palettes. Like, I love James Charles. He is very special to me. He's like in the same place in my heart as Jeffrey, as you know already. And explaining this is, it is late right now. I wasn't planning on doing the review today for it, or doing my makeup, or not even doing my makeup. I just wanted to try it out again because on Thanksgiving I used this palette and my look for it did not go out well. And I'll explain that because it's not the palette's fault, it's my fault, because during the using it, he mentioned that you should use an eye base with it, like a wet base, and for me, I'm not used to that. What I do is I'll put concealer on my eye, and I'll set it with a powder and then go in with eyeshadows. But since these are mostly pressed pigments, when I first did it, nothing was sticking. It was patchy. The shimmers were perfect. I'm not gonna throw any shade on the shimmers, but when I did it the first time, nothing was coming out good at all, and I was so angry at Thanksgiving because I felt like my eyeshadow was just shitty, and I was with a bunch of my family members. They told me my makeup looked good, but for me, I was just very self-conscious about it. I felt like I just couldn't do what I wanted to. But then today, I'm like, I want to give it another shot because I know he said to use it with a base, but I've never used it with a base before. And also the fact that I don't own any eye bases because back in the past, I used to use them a lot from the e.l.f. one and the Ulta one, but I never felt like my eyeshadows look good because for me, I have combination skin, so my skin is very dry, but my eyelids get so oily that every time I've used an eye base, it creases up, and I never used them before. I would never like to use them, and you would see my eyeshadow always crease up, so I'd always just use like concealer because it never really creased on me, and then put a ton of powder, and it would never crease, you know, if you kind of get my drift. But I wanted to give it one more try and do something I'm not used to doing, which is having a wet eye base on and then doing my eyeshadow, which I just did right now, and I should have did like the rest of my makeup because I have no fucking eyebrows on, and I look crazy because there's this white cast from my concealer, and the fact that my skin is all red, and then I have hardcore green eyeshadow on. You know, it's a look, it's different. But I wanted to give it a fair shot and do what James said. Even though I don't have an eye base necessarily, I use wet concealer, and I use the best concealer out there, Tarte Shape Tape, so, you know, I'm going to be getting a good review. And another thing is, I'm a little sister sick at the moment, so my voice keeps going in and out, in and out, in and out, which I think you see by now. So I'm sorry about that. But back to the palette. So if you look at my eyeshadow, it's very, very pigmented. I gave it one more shot. I did what he said, like the patting motions and then blending. And for fuck's sake, it fucking worked. Look at my eyes. Like, don't judge this eye. This eye I've always had problem with. It's never like eyeshadow. It's the fact that this eye never will take eyeshadow, but it still looks good. Like, can you like see what I mean? Like, and also the fact that I wanted to use the greens and the yellows because I know people are going to be gravitating towards like the neutrals and the reds. No, I haven't seen any reviews on like this side of the palette, you know? It's just like this or up here. And I'm like, I want to do that. I want to do these greens and give it a fair review. And you know what? I think I'm giving it a fair review because my eyes are green and fucking beautiful. So that's all I wanted to like say, like, because they perform well. But now let's get to the swatches. Okay, starting off with the first row from left to right. Starting off is Canvas, Ring Light, So Good, 518, Rusted, Halloween, Wig, and Tea. And I love these colors. They're your basic neutrals. On to the next row. Okay, from the next row, left to right, is Punch Me, Sister, Mary, Literally, You're Kidding, Shook, Boutique, I don't know the word, and Benny. I love these colors. They're more cool tone, more red. I love that red. And the shimmer, though, is like my exact skin tone, so you can't really see it, but it's really pretty. I like these colors. They swatch well. Okay, for the next row, going from left to right, we have Flashback, Face, Tune, Code James, 10% off, and No Beans, and Spooky. And what I gotta say is I love this white. This white is really nice, and I like the black. Oh, I love the palettes that come with black because, like, some blacks and palettes are have no pigment at all, but they're perfect for like, you know, just darkening up a look. And then some blacks have too much pigment, so you like to have that in between so you can build up. And I feel like this is one of those blacks where you can build it up if you want to, but at the same time, you know, tone it down if you want to too. So this is really nice. On to the next row from left to right, we got B, the yellow, Guac, Hello, Playground, Brother, Artistry, love that, and Pinkity Drinkity, which you can barely see on my arm. I love these colors. They're more, you know, they're so different, you know, and they're really, really cute. That yellow, I don't know why it's showing up. It's actually really pigmented. I used it on my eyes, and it shows up more. But I love these shades. I really want to try out Brother with what is it called? Norvina palettes, like Soul, that other kind of like periwinkle color. I feel like those two would look really cute together. next row, or the last, and on the last row, going from left to right, we got Social Blade, Daddy, Cape Cod, Cola, Acapella, Escape, Single, and Skip. I love these colors, especially the greens. I don't have greens like this. I've always wanted like the lime green and the like neon greens and like these blues and stuff, so I can't wait to use this palette a little bit more. These colors are absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I love them. Well, I hope you enjoyed the swatches. On some final thoughts, I have to say, using this palette, since I've only used it twice already, I'm still trying to get the hang of it, but I do like this palette. I'm not gonna lie on that. First time I used it wrong. I didn't listen to what James said, and I did what I usually do because I thought it would work anyways, where I had my base and then I covered it with like the eyeshadow I do and then put colors on it. No, that don't work. No, you can't do that. But today when I just did it, well, not just did it, it was like about 2-3 hours ago, when I did it and I just let my base be wet and then tapped on the eyeshadow, then blended it, it came out 10 times better. Obviously, like, look, like if I had my full face makeup on, you guys would probably love it. You know, I don't hate this at all. So it is a little bit difficult to use, but even James himself said that this palette was a little bit different because it's an artistry palette, and you know, I actually enjoy this palette a lot. I don't think this palette is like for beginners, people who are just getting into like eyeshadow and stuff, because they might have trouble like understanding like the whole base thing and like what type of base to use for their skin tone, because there's a whole lot of things with makeup, and I think we know that by now. Because for me, I'm not gonna say like I'm the best makeup artist person in the world, you know. Like I still have my troubles. Like I don't do wing eyeliner at all. I cannot do it. Do not ever ask me to do wing eyeliner. I cannot do it for the life of me. I have tried. It never comes out good because I really can't see out of this eye, so I can never make it even, no matter what. So, you know, I know certain things. We all have our difficulties, and sometimes when it comes to like eyeshadow and different techniques, we kind of get into our own little thing. Like for me, I always had this thing where I like to do like half cut creases, or I like to do certain stuff where after I do my eyebrows, I'll put it like I said, the concealer, and then put a skin tone eyeshadow on it, and you know, and then put eyeshadow and do the whole blending thing. And you know, like other people, we have different steps and different techniques we use. A lot of other people just do a base, you know, and other people don't use anything on their eyelids. They just go in with plain eyeshadow, you know, and those people, I'm like, how do you do that? So I just think like this is for like intermediate to a little bit like expertise, because like I feel like if beginners were to get this, they were gonna have a lot of trouble with it. When your camera just dies on you all of a sudden, I hate that. What I was trying to say was, I feel like if beginners are gonna try to use this, you're gonna have trouble with it, because for me, I'm not a beginner and I had trouble with it the first time I used it, which was on Thanksgiving, and I tried to do it my own way and it came out bad. But today when I did it how James did, it came out good. So you know, it's a little bit of a trial and error thing for me. I'm gonna have to try to get used to the whole like, I'm gonna try to do like the whole like bait, like no like powder on my base thing, because I'm not used to that. I pack powder on my eyeshadow for like those oils and stuff. So I really don't know. For the Morphe X James Charles palette, it is approved. It is a great palette. If you can, get your hands on one. It's $39 for the palette. I absolutely love it. I really wanted to get his brush set because I really want to get like those blending brushes he likes, because I feel like that would be good for my eye shape, but I absolutely cannot afford them. It took me a lot to get the palette. If I could, I would have gotten the brush. I would have gotten the brush set first of all before the palette, because I love like I know James says he like hates brush sets because you always get a brush in there you don't use. For me, that's not true. I love brush sets because the brushes I don't use, I put in my special effects kit, and those brushes will get used for something else. So I really wanted to get that set. There's also like the little cup that comes in, is super cute. So, but that is $149. So, you know, maybe one day I'll get it, and when I do, it'll be great, you know? Like, I'll try to get it one day. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, this review I did. It took a lot for me. I really enjoyed this video. It means a lot to me because you guys know how much I love makeup. You know I love to do like these reviews and stuff. And the fact that like I got the James Charles palette and it sold out literally everywhere, you know, it literally means the world to me. So I almost dropped it. I thought it'd be bad. It means the world to me because I have a lot of makeup and I feel fortunate to have it all. Because I think I've told you this before. Like a lot of the makeup I got throughout the years is makeup that I have bought with my own money from like when I was younger doing chores and stuff. I'd save up every little penny, and for like weeks I would give to like my stepdad to buy it for me. You know, like every little thing. But then other things I got were like gifts from family because they knew how much I love makeup, or like samples from like my mom from her Ipsy, because I got a lot of like eyeshadow samples that I got from Ipsy, or like a lot of a lot of it was just like family who didn't want certain things, so they would give it to me and I kept on to it, you know. And I feel grateful because I have a lot of makeup. My friends make fun of me for how much makeup I actually have, and I feel like I'm just so grateful for it, you know. So it is amazing to like again have all this stuff. So the fact that I can add one more to my collection is just the best, you know. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, and check the description box for all my socials. Follow me on my Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. And you guys have a wonderful day. Bye, sisters.